This is the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and this is a mini drone. It is the legal weight and limit for flying without a license, which this summer I'm going to work on getting that license. But I always like to open it first before I put the battery in. It doesn't really matter how you do it. As you see, click there, see which of your batteries are charged. As you see, this one's less charged than these two. So then you put the battery in.
How do you turn it on?
Well, first, the remote control, I like to turn that on first just in case this turns on and decides to fly away. How you do this is basically the same way. You press, hold, and then it works. And as you see, I have screwed in an accessory that I bought off of Amazon. It's not a DJI accessory, but I'm pretty sure you can get one. But it's a sun hood for better viewing capabilities in the sun. And I will show you how that works right now. And it's basically like that.
Okay.
So as you see, I have the sun hood on, way better viewing capabilities, and I have 23 satellites, which it tells me that's a strong GPS signal. My home point has been set up. Do not take off without a set up home point, because you will not be able to return to home if you do not know where you are located. So now I'm going to take off.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
And as you see, if we come over to the RC controller, you can see our view, and I'm going to fly over to Ecton Park.
Okay.
So as you see, I have it in normal mode. I can go to sign mode, which as you see, took me down to
What's your
50.
altitude? How high?
I'm 148, and I could go to sport mode, which takes me to the 30s.
Wow.
That took me to 35. So as you see, now I'm at Ecton.
Wow. Look at that.
And you can see the tennis court. They got people over here doing a little event, playing basketball. Dang, there's a lot of people there. And then, like I said, you want to be able to have a home point so you can return to home, and it'll auto return to home.
So we'll hang out right here and watch it land?
Yes.
Good.
Now it won't land directly where you started it, I mean, so I like to wait until it gets hovering over, and then I'll bring it to where it needs to go.
Okay. I
So
crashed one of these, so what's the difference in the way I fly and you fly, I guess?
Well, I guess the user is.
Look at this. So it's coming down.
So it's coming down. Now I've stopped it from returning to home, so now I have control of landing it.
Okay.
And as you see, I'll just bring it over here a little bit, bring it down. You might want to go into sign mode for this so you can get it a little bit slower. But as you see, it's pretty simple to land and to take off with this. Control it. It's really meant for, I think, the user that does not have confidence in flying a drone. This is a product they should step in and buy. It's worth the investment, and I would definitely buy the care on it because, like you heard, we had a wrecked one and they replaced it for, was it like an $89 fee? And that's way better than, that's like Apple Care, you know, it's just way better than having to buy for the whole product.
So what settings should you have on here?
So it depends on what you're comfortable with flying with. As you see, this is my set zone here. Now I can't go that far because it doesn't reach that far. I guess I'll have to figure out how to get further, but you click up here. Sorry. I'm still
so you
learning.
have it set at 147
147 feet up, and then
Is that the farthest it'll go? Up?
no.
Oh gosh, yeah, you can go. Oh, yeah.
For example, I'll bring it back up, but you can go very high, as
now,
you see.
Okay, so max distance, you have it at 3,800 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it'll go a lot further than that, won't it? And do you have a card in this thing?
Yes, I have an SD card so I can save videos to this directly, and I have an SD card in the drone too.
Okay, is it easy to download onto the computer?
Yes, and they have an app where if you do not have a computer, a Windows or a Mac computer, you can just get the app and download them just like you're on a computer. Just need a stable Wi-Fi network. So I'm about to take off, but I'm not gonna fly anywhere far. We're just gonna stay in this yard, kind of hover around a little bit. As you see, put in some.
You've gotten pretty good with some of these moves, so does it take a while to get used to maneuvering?
Yeah, I wouldn't try to do anything too special at first. And I will say the maneuvers are harder to do in sign mode, which is what I'm in, because it does not turn as quickly. So if I go to sport mode, for example, it turns way quicker.
You have a city mode, you have a sport mode, and you have a...
Well, you have normal mode, it's sign mode, which is slow speed, not city. And then sport mode. Right. So as you see, we have...
I called it city, I don't know why. So it says C, sign mode. Okay, what else?
Sign mode.
And then there's...
Normal mode and sport mode.
Okay.
But the problem with the sport mode is obstacle avoidance is unavailable, which is where it senses an object and will avoid it. For example, come over here. For example, so it will sense the object and go above and avoid.
Is that the difference between my drone?
With the DJI 3, yes, and this one, that is a major difference. But they are both still really good quality products. So now I'm about to make it use active track. In order to do so, you will have the option to do up to 60 frames per second, but you must go down to 30 frames per second to do active track, which is okay because it's still a really good quality. So this is going to be videoed on the drone, and I'm going to make it do active track, which is going to trace me. So as you see, it will just follow anywhere I go, and you'll be able to see this very well on this video here, but it will basically follow and track me very well.
Does it have obstacle avoidance?
This does have obstacle avoidance, but you still want to be careful because it could go backwards.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not completely sure, but now it's off. Okay.